I wanted to make a short video. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. For all the guys who are just starting out their businesses or are looking to get started in the lawn care industry. And when you're just starting out, you really don't know what direction to go if you don't come from a business background or you don't have previous experience running a business in general, which a lot of guys in the lawn care industry don't. I'm going to put in a couple pointers, a couple tips, things to consider that you might want to do if you're just getting started. First of all, and you don't know where to go, a good place is to look for people who have been or who are there of the place that you want to be at. If you see a company around with lots and lots of trucks, uniformed employees, wrapped vehicles, all matching vehicles, there is a uniformity to their operation, you may want to consider working for that company to get an idea of how they run their crews, how they set up their jobs, what to do, what does everybody do when they get to the shop first thing in the morning. There is a system there to be unraveled and to observe. What do they do at the end of the day when you're unloading equipment? How do they close out their day? There is a system there that they have in place that allows them to do this. You have to pay attention to what that is. Start asking questions within this organization of how do they get clients? What do they do for marketing? How do they onboard these new clients? How do they take payments? What kind of services they offer? Everything that is in place in an organized and well-established business is there for a specific reason. And you just have to ask the right questions to figure out what they're doing and why. And then the third thing to consider is who. Who do they have in these places that are performing these specific tasks and taking care of their specific responsibilities in their position. So that's one thing you can do, which is a much easier route, much lower risk, as long as you know what to look for. Asking the right questions is key if you're going to work for somebody, because now you're getting paid to learn instead of going through completely off on your own, diving into it, not knowing what to do. You can gradually start your own business on the side, and when you feel comfortable enough that you're generating enough revenue to quit that job, you then can do that. Super safe route, low risk, as long as you're okay with working for somebody for X amount of time to where you feel comfortable and have the confidence to do it on your own. The other option that I would recommend is to get a mentor, to get a coach, talk and network with other people who are already doing the thing that you want to do. When you do this, you learn from other people's mistakes. Like, that's the thing that holds us business owners back the most, is having the trial and error, going through the school of hard knocks and learning from our own mistakes, when in fact you don't have to do that. You can cut a lot of that out by learning from other people. Learn how to talk with people. Learn how to just go out of your comfort zone. If you're not a very outgoing person, if you're more on the introverted side, you're going to have to get over that and try to work through it, because there's going to be a ton of situations, especially if you plan on being a business owner, in which you just have to get over being shy. Learn how to do small talk, little conversations, learn how to sell. But these are all things you can learn. It's all very doable. I naturally have always been a very introverted person, and over the years have learned to grow out of that as an essential to take my business to where I want to be. I still don't like talking on the phone with clients. That's why I have a call service. So I have something in place to handle that weakness of mine. So there are ways to get around it to some degree, but you can't access those until you actually start getting going and you get the ball rolling. If you don't work for somebody and you want to go in and do it yourself, network with people, try to get as coach as soon as you can. They are going to save you time. It's going to compress the amount of time it takes to get where you want to be, which is imperative. I wish I would have had a coach years and years ago. I wish I would have started looking for somebody who could guide me, give me the information, help me make good, solid decisions. But I didn't have any of that around me. None of it. I dropped out of college to do this full time. I brought my best friend on board with me and have drug him through the mud. Shout out to you, Zach. Like, I love you, man. You have always stuck beside me, and like, we're doing a thing. We've learned from all of our mistakes. So this is coming from a place to where I took the school of hard knocks, brought my best friend along with me, and we learned by trial and error. And each year we've gotten progressively better. But I could have skipped a lot of that if I just had a coach. I could have saved thousands of dollars in mistakes if I had somebody to lean on and somebody to show me the way. If you do decide to disregard either of those options and take the route that I did, aka the school of hard knocks, just know it's going to be a tough road, and you're going to have to stomach the losses. You're going to have to stomach the stress that you're going to have to deal with from not knowing how to run an organization properly, not knowing how to run a business properly, not knowing how to bid profitably. Those are all things that take skill, they take time to learn, and when you can have somebody else help you with that, it's going to be a lot easier. So I highly recommend one of those two options. If you are very business savvy, you have a very good understanding of how businesses operate, how to build systems out, how to make things run with the intention of you not being present for them to run, then go all in. Go and pursue it yourself and learn that way. Some people just learn best by getting down and dirty, getting in the trenches, making your mistakes, and that's okay. That's what I did, because I didn't know any better. I know better now, but I didn't know better when I first got started. So if you guys are just starting out, consider these options. There are ways, not necessarily that will create a shortcut for you, but will increase how fast you learn on what you need to do. And it's up to you to execute on that. Hope this helps, guys. And for those of you who are starting out, if you need help, feel free to reach out to me. I am always happy to lend a hand, give advice whenever I can from the situations I've been into. I run about a $500,000 business right now and growing. So if you have a bigger organization than that, then I'm probably not the best person to ask for advice. But if you're making under a $500,000, you're just starting out, you're just trying to get to that first six-figure mark, I can really help you get there. Send me a message, comment on these videos, find me on my other social media, Facebook, TikTok, send me a message on there. I'm always down to help you guys out. It's a rough road out there. I've been doing it for a while, and if I can help somebody save a few months, a year of their time, so that way they can, get to that thing faster or get to the thing that they want to do, I'm down. Hit me up, guys. Stay cool out there. Have a good season and work hard.